XT, but Veno's ult doing so much DPS. A solo assumption. Oh, and Yamate has one little arrow taking down Tide, and now Soul Assumption going to take down Veno as well. So a few buybacks turning this team fight around, and this tower still alive amazingly at a measly 195 HP. So one more push should be able to end that tower. And something about don't doing something because he got Aegis. So someone has Aegis and you shouldn't do something, apparently, says hi. And still not sure why they are talking in an offline battle, as they should really just be yelling at each other and just turning around and, you know, like talking to their teammates, you know, just sneaking over and pressing the reset button on their opponent's computers, which probably shouldn't be done. But so far, XT equipment, kind of like his items just really have frozen 40 past, I would say like 15 minutes. And yes, they are noticing people are getting, Scourge team is being focused down really fast. Sven and VS dying just way too fast to the multiple disables and just insane DPS from Bat and Veno on the Sentinel side. So team fights right now, not that good of idea for the Scourge team, but Sentinel really should keep doing what they're doing. SB doing a very good job at that though. Going to continue to push bot, which is the correct choice, absolutely correct choice. Bat even finishing his Vanguard. Once Bat becomes unkillable, he just unleashes insane amounts of DPS, and just, you know, he can just fly around with his Firefly and just literally set an area where the enemy just cannot step in due to all the DPS that the fire does. Tide even managing to pick up an Ogre Axe and Planeswalker Cloak as a support. That is pretty huge, though I'd probably like to see him finish some solid items first. So XT, their plan is to swap and kill Rasta, see if that will work. Rasta Rasta totally sees that, and he's going to stand very far behind. The rune going down prematurely, and that is really bad. The glyphs should not be run so early. And so VS, they're trying to get any type of initiation. Sven not having his Blink Dagger is just pretty bad in this game, because if he did, Lion and Sven would be able to initiate properly and maybe take down Rasta, who is pretty weak even with his amount of HP early, or even take down Veno and try to just not let them get their ult out. So pushing out VS, a nice 4-staff swap on Rasta not going down though, Veno blasting his ult out. And now Sentinel in trouble again. Rasta actually going down to a Soul Assumption. And now, without getting his wards out, the tower does go down to Furion though. And Bat, now with his fire, going to do lots of DPS, killing Yamate, but not before Tide goes down as well. Visage going to be running around Sven, hacking away at Veno, but Sven, just with pitiful items, cannot take Veno at all, and is going to actually go down to Veno. Yamate buying back and coming out here. They really need to defend this Rax. They cannot let it go down, but at the same time, creeps all in their base. And Sentinel's like, yeah, that's what, creeps in your base, dude. And they're just going to back out and take some creeps. Most likely going to go for Roshan as well, as Sentinel really needs to spend their time clearing out these creeps. But no, looks like they're not going to. Furion going to fly to top, and wow, this tower, these two tier 1 towers actually still here for SB. So this Rax going down to creeps, that is pretty bad. Nirvana in a pretty bad position. Yamate, due to all the buybacks, not being able to finish any type of equipment. He actually does have the mana, or very close, not mana, but gold, very close gold for his Manta, but probably is just going to hold it off just due to him dying is just too huge at this stage. If they just make one more push on this bot Rax and he dies like the many team fights before, that is just going to be really bad for his team. If this Rax go down, that is essentially GG. But they are still definitely in this, as long as Yamate could. Well, actually, it is so hard to say right now. They are still a bit ahead in head count, but Furion and Bat are just doing too much DPS to their whole team. Bat getting these tank items is just essentially unkillable. Prophet with the 4-staff as well. So these items, insane item choices on Furion. Each of them adding actually DPS and a very nifty spell. His hotkeys are being used to the absolute max. Yules, Gwynsus, and 4-staff, epic choices on Furion, and again, the type of utility that Furion needs that really complements his global presence. Like, he can fly anywhere and just start sheeping and using and pushing people around like crazy, even using a bunch of treants to clear out some creep camps. And gonna fly somewhere. No, he is not. He is gonna try to try to scare Yamate by faking a teleport here, doing it yet again. And nope, not gonna scare Yamate because they're just really waiting for him to fly in, but wasting Scourge's time. They actually set up an ambush there for Furion, but he is not dummy enough to go there, and he is gonna fly bot. So I guess another push attempt coming from SB, this time with no tower in their way though, so Scourge really needs to put more pressure on this push. Again, Gorgon going to be the one standing in the front. Flame Break going up yet again by Batrider. So, oh, I remember his name. His name is So Soon. Yes, that is the name of Furion. Very good player from SB, Vietnamese player. Very, very powerful. Showing it with his Furion in this game. So setting up the ward contain with the Plague Wards, not letting the creeps go past this point, and now they're ready to go up. Visage getting initiated on Tide running in and casting his ult. The wards going down already by Bat, blinking and casting his Firefly, flying around. Will Tide go down? Yes, he goes down, but it is okay because already cast his ult. Yamate spinning around in the air. Sven getting trapped again, and they're actually focusing down this Rax. Lion is not going to let that happen. Coming here, a nice stun on 2 people. Going to cast an ult on Veno, but it does not want to take the wards, but does not want to let his teammates nor the Rax tank the wards as well. And again, Medusa buying back, definitely saving that mana or saving that gold for the buyback. And oh, the Rax does go down. Mystic Snake's going to push Sentinel out of there, but they gladly leave on their own as now this Rax is down. And creeps are all up in their base again, all 3 sides, and this tower actually possibly go down. And yes, Furion flying up just to get the tower, actually going to add some DPS to the Rax right now. Right now, he is a really good time to, you know, like sprout and oh man, pushing himself out of there. Insane play, and SB looks like they really have this under control without in their no late game lineup. But Yamate with 291 CS out farming anyone on the Sentinel team by over 100 creep kills, not being able to use his gold just because he needs it for the buyback. Finally now getting his Manta after that team fight, but is it too late? It might very well be. All their tier 3 towers down, only have 3 Raxes left, and so Scourge just should be gearing up for one last push at top and try to end this, as even though I do not think Scourge has that much of a chance, but with Yamate's Medusa, you will never know now that she has Manta. I mean, still a force because oh man, Furion getting solo ganked by Lion and getting Yules though. Can he get out of there? If he goes down, that is actually going to be really huge. Pushing him, Lion pushing himself forward. Can he get there? Oh, he blink and a nice sheep right in the nick of time. And Furion actually going down before the team fight even starts. But hey, he's the boss. He has tons of money. Just going to buy back and come back to this fight. Even getting a double rune, so him apparently being the closest thing to a carry as their team has, so being the one to pick up the double rune and actually having insane amounts of damage on him. So yes, good point by Net. Shadow Salmon, or Rasta, whose nickname is, well, I guess abbreviation is SS, but nickname is YY in Chinese, which is very interesting. Has a slight origin, which I'm not going to go over right now. Might go over that if there were Chinese players here. But yes, Sentinel finally gearing up for the last push. Furion's double damage going to wear off though, sadly. Want to see some epic action there. Going to use that Sprout and then Treant trick. Medusa getting hexed right off the bat and getting Veno's ult in his face. That is not good. Getting pushed back though. Bat going to drag him out of there, and that is not good. Medusa being dragged, getting DPS like crazy by the wards. After the Manta did not get the chance to cast his magic shield and directly go down. VS going down as well, and I think that's about it. Yes, GG is called. Lion going to blink somewhere. I think it was back. Yes, Lion blinking back for his life. GG called. Sven going to go down. Nicely placed wards. Going to take down this Rax. And GG, well played, calls Nirvana. Well, just GG, well played. What it was added by me just to make them seem like they have good manners. So at the very last second, SB bring the head count back to 33, which is actually a lot of head count, seeing these push-oriented strat by SB, so very insane pick. Definitely MVP by Furion. Global presence with his Yules and Scythe, just doing some insane play. But gotta also say Hi's Lion. Many highlights in this game. Do not count him out. Like, without his stellar performance, they would have lost all these lanes very long time ago. His nice few solo kills, and definitely nice play from everyone as well. Love to see Bat being used. Bat is one of, like, I used to love him before he was nerfed horribly, so I guess kind of like a fake fan. I loved him when he was strong. But yes, unorthodox, nice strats from SB, and actually throughout the whole SMM tournament, they have been using some of the most insane strats. I'm thinking about casting some other games of them, and yes, that will be, and without spoiling any other SMM results, I will just keep the, I guess most of you probably know the results, but still, just for a tad of professionalism that I usually lack, I will keep this as spoiler free as possible. So yes, congratulations to SB for winning 5th place in the SMM 2010 championship, and congrats to Nirvana as well for placing in the 6th place. And yes, that's it from me today. GG, well played, and I'll see you guys next time.